Good morning, everyone. Hello, everybody. So my name is Laura DiMarcello. I am from Divine Wisdom Catholic Academy here in New York with my principal, Miriam Benici. Some of our students and parents are with us today. So I just wanted to say thank you. We're all excited. And something that's just been resonating with me, listening to the panelists and hearing what Nick has spoken about purpose, to the students this morning, as we are reading these essays this evening and going through the students' essays and listening to the panelists, purpose is evolving. Purpose is here. It's everything that you're doing, everything that you're believing in, everything that you're sharing and bringing together as a community. And it's about inspiration, so beautifully done. So before we get started, why don't you all introduce yourselves and you can pass the mic around.
Hi, my name is Maggie Hynes and I'm a 7th grader here at Eastchester Middle School.
Hi, my name is Caitlyn Michiels and I'm a 9th grader from Long Island.
Hi, I'm Valentina Peluso. I'm a 7th grader at Divine Wisdom Catholic Academy.
Okay, so Valentina, we're going to start with you. So in your essay, tell me a little bit about the Pope Francis Society and how it ties into the good deeds your school is doing.
So the Pope Francis Society is a school club, and what we focus on is doing good deeds, not only for others, but for ourselves. And we have meetings every Monday, and we come together as a school, and we think of many ideas, we go through them, and we make as many of them as possible as can be.
I think that's great, getting everybody together and collaborating on many ideas. You also mentioned that your school begins each morning with a motivational pledge. And can you just tell us a little bit about that and what that means to you personally and how it sets the tone for the day?
So we have a daily pledge that we say every morning, and it's basically to inspire you to do good throughout your day and help others do good as well. It's to push you forward and inspire you to do better.
I think that's great because it ties in what we've been talking about, setting purpose and being happy, and when we're performing these good deeds, it makes us feel good. You also talked about leading some initiatives such as the self-care drive for the women's shelter. Can you tell us what it felt like being a part of that?
So we have a local women's shelter down the block from us, and we do a bunch of good deeds for them. We do a bunch of self-care drives, and it feels very amazing to do these good deeds for them. It makes me feel proud of myself and proud of my peers for doing amazing with the women's shelter good deeds.
So one last question, Valentina. What advice would you give other students who want to start doing better in their school but just are not sure where to begin?
There's really no starting point. Any good deed that you can think of is an amazing start. Think of something, it could be big or small, anything is amazing.
Thank you so much, thank you. So let's give a round of applause. So Caitlyn, you are the founder of Caitlyn's Vision, I read, and you started this vision, but it has to do with a rare eye disease that you had when you were 8 years old. Can you just tell us a little bit about that?
So I was diagnosed with uveitis when I was 8, and it's so uveitis is an eye disease, and it's one of the leading causes of blindness in children, and it's really rare to get it, so yeah.
What made you take the first step in organizing Caitlyn Vision, and how did you go about that?
So my first step, so when I was diagnosed, I was really scared. I mean, as you can imagine, you're a young kid who has all these plans as an 8-year-old, you want to have fun, go outside, play with your friends. But when you get told that you can go blind, it's really terrifying. And so you need that support. And when I tried looking for support, I couldn't find any. So I wanted to be that support for other kids who might be experiencing the same thing as me or even different things, but they need the support.
And I think that shows courage. You didn't give up, which one of the things you wrote in your essay, which was amazing, you helped create the legislation around children's eye health and safety. I think that's wonderful. We should give her a round of applause for that. What did you learn from that experience, going to the state level?
So one thing that I learned is that one little thing can make a huge difference. The way I started this process was I simply just wrote a letter to my local elected officials. And another thing that I learned is that some people are going to listen to your dreams and your hopes and everything that you want to do, and some people aren't, and that's okay. And you just have to keep pushing through it, and that there is going to be some people who will listen to you and will want to encourage you and want you to continue on what you're doing.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. So, Maggie, we have Maggie now, who's a passionate dancer, and you use dance to express love and joy. So, Maggie, can you tell me how dance has helped you escape your own fears and doubts?
Dance is one of my most passionate things I'm always passionate about, and it's really just let me express whenever I have a bad day or I got a bad grade on a test, just dancing my feelings out just really help, and I honestly recommend that to anyone.
And I think that's beautiful because it goes back to what we were saying this morning, to think about, boys and girls, what we are passionate about and what we love to do. And that's a great thing that you are doing, which brings me to my next question, that you performed in a nursing home doing some dancing. What was that experience like, performing in the nursing home?
It was absolutely amazing, just seeing the smiles on everyone's faces, and it inspired me to do more, and I knew from the moment I did that I've always wanted to do this.
So now, my next question to you is, you mentioned wanting to open a dance school for underprivileged children. And I think that's a beautiful dream. And what did you hope to achieve when organizing and putting this together in the near future?
I hope to achieve how everyone gets the privilege to dance, because it's really all about expressing yourself, It doesn't matter about what trophies or medals you win, it's just how it makes you feel. And I want everybody to experience that feeling.
And I know last night we spoke about that you're raising money for autism awareness. Can you tell me how you started this cause and why? Can you share a little bit about that with us?
So my two cousins, who are so near and dear to my heart, Jack Boynes and Matthew O'Donoghue, were diagnosed with autism from a very young age. And ever since about last year, I said to myself, I wanted to do something. I want to do something to help raise money for this cause, because currently right now there's no cure for autism, and I know scientists are working very hard on that. And I just thought, how can I combine something fun and something being raised for a good cause? So I decided, with the help of all my friends and family, to open up 2 ongoing lemonade stands, one at Maggie Spillane's and one at my dance studio, Jersey Performing Arts Center. And in total, that raised about $5,000. And it's just amazing, yeah.
Let's give her a round. That's amazing. So I just want to thank our panelists here. You all are inspiring, and all the wonderful things that everyone is doing. And just to wrap it up, I want to quote something from your essay that I'm going to quote that Caitlyn wrote. She says, "Once you love something with all your heart, you can never let it go." So to everyone, our purpose is whatever we love, whatever we find the joy, don't give up. Don't let anyone put you down, and what I usually say is, don't let anyone steal your thunder. Keep thriving and keep inspiring. So thank you, everyone.